Hey everybody, welcome back to my channel. Today we are doing the exciting part of my neutral theme journal. We are sewing in the pages today and I'm so excited. Yay! This has been a long waited thing. I've been just stacking papers and collecting things and trying to do things differently than I have in the past. And I know that there's a lot of things that I haven't recorded because this channel is new, but I've made about probably 10 journals now, and I've sold one, so I don't even remember what that one looks like, but there's a lot of them just hanging out on my bookshelf, and I've been flipping through them trying to figure out how I want to do this journal, and I'm trying to make it as scrappy and vintage as I can with, using with what I have and everything like that. So it's been a little while, but today's the day we're sewing in our book pages. And I'm so excited about that. So what I have in front of me is called a signature. And it is a collection of pages that will be sewn into my journal. And because my journal is thinner than usual, I'm only doing one signature. I wish I could tell you how many pages are here, but I don't remember. Usually people sew in several signatures, but I plan on making this really chunky, really big, full of things that I've collected, and so I decided to do one signature. And usually I sew the signature directly into the spine. And I wish I had an example near me. Hold on, let me go get one. Okay, here is an example of one that I've sewn directly into the spine. This was an actual book that I, gutted, took all the pages out. Sorry, it's a little messy. And then I made signatures. So like, you see how there's a split here? This is one signature. This is 2 signature. And this is 3 signature. And this was a wider book than what I'm working with. Oh, these fell out. So I'm only going to do one signature, and I'm actually going to sew them into a spine like this, and then glue this into my journal. And I might show that process today. I don't know. It depends on how long it takes me to do this and walk you through it. I would kind of like for this to be a tutorial for those that have never sewn in a book page or signature into a book. So I'm going to try to do this slow. There are tons and tons and tons of ways to do this. There are tons and tons of YouTubers out there that make journals that do it differently. So I encourage you to get out there, find what speaks to you, and do your journal however you feel led to do it. Today we're going to do what is called a 3-hole pamphlet stitch. And I'm using hemp cord. I haven't quite figured out what color I'm going to use yet. Maybe this like several different colored one. Yeah, I think I'm going to do that. So just for time's sake, I have already punched in the 3 holes that I'm going to sew in. I've collected my spine that also has the holes. I have my awl just in case I need to make holes bigger. I have my needle. I have my, I don't even know what these are called, but it helps pull the needle so you don't use your hands. And my cord. And what you want to do, I've clamped everything so it stays nice together. There's no moving around or anything like that. So what you want to do is make sure your cord is at least 3 book lengths. Give yourself plenty of room. I always cut off a little extra. And there you have it. That's all you need. Okay. I'm going to try to thread this without looking like a complete moron. Trying to get these hemp cords in these eyes of the needle is a little frustrating. Okay. I changed the size of my needle and it was able to go through. So wonderful. All right. To start this off, I think I'm going to, okay. So this is going to be a little tricky, but we're going to figure it out. All right, go through the middle. This is where this comes in. We don't want any ripping, so we're just going to go easy at it. Okay. Now also on the middle here. Okay. Now we're going to go, so this is the top. You can either do top or bottom, it doesn't matter, but I always go through the top. So push it through the top. Find my center again. Push it through the hole I've already created. All right. Pull that through. I should have made my holes a little bit bigger, I see. I'm having lots of trouble. That's supposed to stay. What is happening here? Why is this? Okay. So I see the problem. Okay, I got it through. I was working on 2 cords. I don't like that hole. It's super big. Oh well. Too late now. I need to pull this tighter. Keep that there. Run this through. Well, so we're on the bottom now. We're running it through the bottom hole. And if you are interested in this bookmaking kit, let me know and I will link that in the comments. All right, so first we went through the middle hole all the way through, and we went through the top hole all the way through, and then we went through the bottom hole all the way through, and now we're going through the center again and trying to make sure that we line up with everything. We're just gonna get through. It's not what I wanted to do, but it'll be all right. I think my hemp cord is kind of thick. And I made my holes too small. But you live and you learn. Alright, we're through. Okay. So now that we're to this part, take my needle off. Make sure it's tight. We're in there, we're in there. Alright, okay, so make sure you got 1 cord on this end and 1 cord on this end. Pull tight, don't pull too tight though, because you'll create holes, bigger holes like I've done. Pull tight, make a knot, pull tight, make a knot, again, pull tight, and then I am going to do a bow, which is completely optional. Fine. Snip, There we go. All right, now we are free to unclamp because it's all together. Make sure it folds really well. Now I'm just gonna check out the pages, make sure all the holes are okay. Some of the holes are ugly, but it'll be okay. All right, there you have it. Now I'm gonna go grab my journal, and since that didn't take too long, we're gonna glue it in. Be right back. Okay. So here's my journal. See, it's a little mini one. All right, let me check to see how we're doing. Make sure we're all good. Works now. All right, so I'm gonna put a bunch of glue. I'm using Elmer's Quick Dry Craft Bond glue. Great for paper and fabric. So first I'm gonna put some down here. Put some here. Make sure it's right side up. Okay. And we're just gonna hold her down. Scoot her right. I'm just gonna hold this right here for a little bit. Clean up my glue line. It's gonna take a little minute for this to dry. So I am going to cut this part out and I'll be back in a minute. Okay, now that took absolutely forever to dry. While I was letting it dry, I glued this on there. And now I'm about to glue the other one. All right, so if you'll notice, you can see my spine right here. And I am going to fix that with some neutral, okay, hold on. I'm gonna fix it with some neutral colored, sticking out too far, isn't it? It's sticking out too far, but that's okay. So I have some neutral colored lace So beautiful. I'm so excited to finally use this. I've had it for a long time. And this is the perfect project for it. Or perfect. Yes, that works. Okay, so let me cut it to size. All right. All right. That took what seemed like forever. I got the lace down. I got the cover front and back done. I've started adding a few things into it to decorate, and that's what I'm going to do right now. I'm going to do a little bit of decorating. Not a whole lot. I'm not exactly sure how I want to do it, but I did want to show you guys a few things. A few decorating tips and things like that. Now, this is a journal that I would probably put back on my shelf and not actually use. I would love to get into selling my journals, but that's for another time. All right, I really would like to do something on this page. I just don't know what yet. I do want to incorporate this somehow. I just don't know how. I don't know yet. Okay, what for this page? I definitely need a pocket. Did I make pockets? I don't know if I made any. Sometimes I pre-make them. Sometimes I don't. Okay, so here's a pocket. A little long though. I don't know what I want to do. There's so many options. Okay, so here's a pocket that I already have. Let's go ahead and add some things to that. Let's go ahead and add that. Now that I have all these things in front of me, I don't know what to use. You know, you have endless options. I have this pretty thing. I have this beautiful postcard. I don't want to do 2 postcards. So let's stick that in there for now. I definitely want to use this specimen slide. For sure. Wish I had some smaller ones, but I don't. I know I got some things already made. Oh, there's a hidden paper clip. No, not gonna do it there. And I can also do that. not gonna stay well. We'll work on that later. I wanted to use this one with the key. I don't know yet. I don't like this. It's not doing good. We will figure something else out for that. That one did work. That one did well. I like that. I don't know, guys. I'm coming up short. All right, well, I'll play around with this and oh no. What happened here? That's not gonna work. Anyway, I'll fix that. No big deal. I appreciate you guys being here with me and watching this video and supporting my channel. It really means so much to me. Please like and subscribe. Share a comment down below. Yeah, thank you so much. Take care.